At the height of the gang war here, there was a drive-by shooting every day. In 2 weeks, 8 people were killed, dozens wounded. A 7-year-old boy was caught in the crossfire while playing outside his home. Mothers made their children sleep in bathtubs. Finally, city officials said the madness must stop.
We're sick and tired of this. This is not going to be California. This is Fort Worth, Texas.
Police down! Police down! Police down!
In June, police began one of the strongest crackdowns on gang violence in the nation. They've targeted 100 blocks of East Fort Worth frequented by gangs, rounding up suspected gang-related drug suppliers, confiscating weapons,
Put your hands on top of your head, turn around.
cruising the streets looking for gang members who commit even the slightest infraction, like traffic violations, and setting up roadblocks to cut off escape routes.
We're going to prosecute to the fullest, even the smallest violation. Take these people off the street, put them in jail for whatever amount of time it takes to make the streets safe for just even a couple hours.
The crackdown is intended to harass gang members, but in the process, many law-abiding citizens caught driving with expired tags or no license have received traffic citations too, 4,000 so far. Most say it's worth the price.
They need to stop it if they can. They need to take every measure they can to stop them from whatever they're doing. It's senseless.
So is this crackdown making any difference? The police say gang-related violent crime is down more than 30% from a year ago. But they know they have to keep the pressure on.
At 2034.
It costs $10,000 a week in overtime to run the crackdown. Twice, the police have run out of money. Each time, the drive-by shootings began again. As soon as the police started up, the shooting stopped. Even as police set up this night's roadblock, members of the Crips gang said the crackdown will not stop the gang war from escalating.
When they jump out on us and put guns in our face, make us get on the ground, kick us, take our rags, it don't do nothing but make us aggravated. You see what I'm saying?
We're
gonna go take our pain out on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. It ain't helping none. If they lock this man up here 15 years flat, what you gonna do when you come out, cuz?
Still bang.
Still be crip.
Regardless.
Is there anything anybody could do to get you out of a gang?
No.
I want to get out.
The only way we're gonna get out this crippin' is when we 6 feet under.
The police here know very well that this approach will not attack the social roots of gang violence, and they are increasing their efforts to keep young children from being seduced by gang life.
Put both of your hands on top of your head, face the front.
But police say they've given up all hope of turning this generation around.
Right now, we're trying to stop some of the violence to where they don't just jump up so quick, grab a gun, go to the other guy's house and start shooting up his house.
For Callie Pollard and her neighbors, it has made a huge difference.
It used to be that everybody was indoors, scared to come out. You could just rest assured when you get ready to go to bed, you're going to hear gunfire up until dawn.
These residents measure the crackdown's success by the silence. There has not been a drive-by shooting in more than a month. This is Linda Patillo for the American Agenda.
Basically what y'all want to know, hold on, basically what y'all want to know is the zero tolerance going to help. That's what y'all want to know? No good. No way. What it's going to do, and I won't get this on the camera, what it's going to do, make it worse. It's making it worse. That's what it's doing. It's not helping none. It's making it worse. It's making us bang harder. It's making us bang harder. They not going to stop, we're not going to stop.
You don't know what them suckers gonna do, but I know we ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
They always
I'm talking about the road.
This side, I got some ones in my hand.
I only shoot.
I tell you, man, I'm still on the dive.
I really hope that, you know, y'all don't think this is all of us.
Yeah, it's bigger than this. It's hundreds.
It's way bigger than this.
Baby.
It's way bigger than this. This ain't all of us.
Right.
This just a few. It's just a few. Grape Street. Grape Street.
See to the heart, bud. That's OGC look right there. 103rd Grape Street.
Y'all ever heard of OG?
No, they got no leaders up in 57.
Ain't no, it ain't no leader.
Ain't no, it's OG.
OG, original.
Me.
Original.
Okay, I got you.
OG.
You earned your game tonight.
This right here, my homeboy Lil Robert. He locked up right now.
Throwing that BK up, boy.
Throwing that blood killer up.
Blood killer. You see it on
This right here is me. Hot sauce. Carlos. It's over here. Alright. Now this Boochie. This is my homeboy Boochie right there. Boochie, let him get a picture of you, cuz. This Boochie right here. Right here. This my local right here.
Y'all know about Boochie. Yeah. They know about me.
This little egg right here.
Little egg right now.
This little egg. AC.
Little egg right now.
Call him HC. Aggravated crippling. That's him.
Have you had anybody killed?
AG, baby.
Take them over.
No, that's
people.
Say.
I don't know.
Say.
Take them over right
Do
now.
you do something on a wall?
When we
Y'all
retaliate,
come back home.
Y'all come back
When
here.
something happens, do you do something to...
let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened here. I'm gonna tell you what happened here. It wasn't like this. Some slobs, some blood, some suckers. That's what we call them. They come and X this out. Before the little war started. Before the little war started, they came and X this out. So we removed it. That's why it's called slide removal. See right there?
I gotcha.
We removed that by putting blue X's up there, right? This ain't all. There's just a few of them. We got all the sets over here.
Right here.
It's all back here,
Just
man.
stand back just a little.
It's all back here.
What's 4x3?
4 trays.
That's right there, man.
That's them. That's a set.
It's all back
What
here.
else?
Deuces right here.
5 deuces.
Right here. That's 5 deuces right there.
Back here, man.
This Grape Street. Get a picture
Little
of it.
dog.
103rd. 103rd. This Grape Street. 103rd right there. You got the Hoovers. You got the 4 trays.
You got the
and you got the Grape
here,
Street.
baby. That's Duke.
Right
And you got the Grape Street.
4 tray all day.
Burger King.
Four tray, 5
BK. You wanna know what BK is? BK is a blood killer. Blood killer. 103rd Grape Street. You got that. You got the 4 tray GCs right here.
103 grapes.
You got the 5 deuce. It's called the 187 family. That's what it's called.
Gangsta family.
187 gangster family. That's what it's called. Right there.
187, baby. Gangsta.
Right here.
Let them read this. Let them read this here.
Gangster family.
See that? You read that? Yeah. Fuck a slob.
It was for the pants, man.
It's us.
Everyday banging.
It's us.
It's our life.
Everyday bang. Don't get no funner than this here. Don't get. That's what it is.
Say, give some
That's
shout
what
out.
it is. Right here.
Script or die.
Crip or die.
Right there.
We gonna crip till we die. Can't nobody
Shout-
stop
shout-
us. Can't nobody stop
Yeah.
us. Crip or die. Can't nobody stop us. Nobody.
That's the sign right there. Crip or die.
Nobody. Penitentiary. None of that.
Who was on
Who
your
on your
ass?
ass
Slob?
slob?
Who was on your ass? What that for?
He got a crib hat on. The police back there. The police back there got a crib hat on. Get a picture of it. I want everybody to know that it's for real in Texas. It's for real in Fort Worth, Texas. It's for real. Ain't no more all that. It ain't real Crips down here. It ain't no real gangs down here. It's for real. And y'all should see that by now. It's for real.
I say what's up to my brother Lit Rank, nigga. He's up in the house, cuz. Rest in peace. But a nigga still remember him. Nigga ain't gonna never forget about him. Down here in his heart, cuz. He just raised. He just raised.
Gucci. Okay, I got you.
Hey, Linda, I'm rolling.
All right, hang on. Let me just tuck in all my wires here. Really good. Okay. So the zero tolerance, what effect is it having at all on the gangs?
It's really not helping none. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna stop nothing. Shit's still gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's really making it worse.
Why?
When they jump out on us and put guns in our face, make us get on the ground, kick us, take our rags, it don't do nothing but make us aggravated. You see what I'm saying? We gonna go take our pain out on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. It ain't helping none. If they lock this man up here 15 years flat, what you gonna do when you come out, cuz?
Still bang.
Still be crippin'.
Regardless.
We get locked up, we crippin'. We out here, we crippin'. This is in our blood till we die.
Cool for life.
It ain't helping none.
What if has it had any effect at all on what you do or how you lead your lives?
Nope. Ain't gonna change nothing.
I love it.
Wouldn't do nothing else in the world.
Why?
I get a kick out of it. I like bang, you know what I'm saying? Blood killer.
Well, what, do you avoid certain areas? Has anything changed? Is there a drive-by stopped or?
For work finna be our whole shit. We finna stop 6. It's gonna be our cut.
Well,
Finna take them hoes out to your own cut.
Has it stopped any of the violence at all? I mean, is that good?
Hold on. Y'all know better than us. Have you stopped any of the violence on?
You live here. I figure I'm.
It's not gonna stop it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's making it worse. It's making it worse. Every time they jump out on us, we know we can't do nothing to them. So we gonna go do something to somebody else.
Take it out on somebody
Like
else.
we can't even walk on our own streets without a law, jumping out the car in plain clothes, harassing us with a gun, and then they ain't gonna do nothing but make us go out and take her out. But when they take her out, when they take care of their business, we gonna go take her out.
Just like that.
That's how we see it.
Is there anything anybody could do to get you out of a gang?
Nope.
I don't want to get out.
The only way we gonna get out this crippin' is when we 6 feet under.
Like I told him, you ain't gonna stop.
You understand?
Cripple
That's
die,
it.
cripple cry.
That's it. That's it. And
And
that's
this
from
is-
real.
And
That's
this
from
is a
real.
survival thing
That's
too.
from real.
Okay, tell me about it.
See, we all out here. See, we get together. You know, some of us make money, some of us don't, but we still a family because we look after each other. We take care of each other. And see, some people
Whatever I got, we all got.
got.
And it's gonna stay like that.
Don't care nothing about it.
It ain't about no slime, cuz. We talking
It's
about
about a
us.
family thing.
It's about us.
And for us all over,
Fuck them.
it's gonna be all us. It's gonna be all us for us all over. It ain't gonna be no other sets. Ain't gonna be no other gangbangers. It's just gonna be us. It's just gonna be us. Stop
ain't
6.
killing no innocent
Stay
people, see
outside.
what I'm saying?
Stop 6. It's
See
gonna
my
be
little
all
homie
us.
right there, his brother wasn't in a gang, you know, and he
got
was, you know,
killed.
shot in the head.
Well, what about when you hear that the little 7-year-old kid got shot or that 15-year-old girl?
Did that, you know? They say my brother did that. They got my brother locked up right
Place
now
at the
behind
wrong
that.
time.
Just got caught in the crossfire. Ain't nothing we can do about that.
They say if I
See what
was
I'm
out, at the time, they say they would have put it on me because they say just because it's gang banging all up in the paper, talking about your younger brother, his gang affiliation and all this.
Explain to people who might not understand why it is that you're in the gang and what makes it so that people want to be in the gang.
It's something, you understand me? We don't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? Some of us got families, but we tighter together like this here. You see what I'm saying? This is us right here.
We love each other.
This ain't all of them, it's more of us. This just a few that came. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. So, and it's not against the law in Texas to be in a gang. I know
Right.
that. So,
I know it.
but where do you take the step where it becomes more than just being in a gang and more than being family and it turns violent? I mean,
when somebody come and disrespect us.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
I
You know,
got you.
somebody, you know, missing my brother right here, you know, I got to be down with him. We gonna die together.
That's the way it is.
Because we're a family.
We all gonna
We all
It
together.
ain't about sets no more. It's about a whole family.
Together.
We don't even call it gangs no more. It's a family.
4, 3, 5, Deuce and Grace.
It's a family.
187 gangster family.
That's what we is. It ain't about all that no more.
And that's what them laws.
We stick together. We ain't together to hurt nobody. We just together.
We together to protect us and our places. Southside right now is us. This is us.
Not nobody from Como, not nobody from Stop 6.
Ain't none of that no more.
Southside.
It's Southside.
Southside, Texas.
And everybody out here grew up on these streets, went to school with each other, and been down for each other for a long
Ain't gonna change
time.
nothing.
Now
What
we
they
feel all
doing-
the laws keep
What they
grabbing.
doing is
It
making
ain't
it
gonna
worse.
do nothing but get worse.
That's all.
Cause you know you can't mess with the laws, so you're gonna take it out on somebody else.
That's right.
And then too, if we get too aggravated, you know, we lying, you know,
We
take
lying.
care of business with them.
Them too.
So-
Trim off with them.
Is zero tolerance going to stop the violence?
No. Ain't
Ain't gonna stop me.
Ain't nothing but like weed and seed.
What'd you
It's
say?
nothing but a cliche. You know, they can say what they want to say, but they're not gonna stop us.
Can't
They
stop.
can't stop
Can't
us.
stop us.
We can't stop them from being policemen.
They can lock
They
us
can't
up,
stop
but we
us from
still
doing
gonna
our
be
job.
Still gonna be Crips.
Chris forever.
Crippin'
Like
in
I
jail.
said,
See,
if I
to
get
the
locked
heart,
up for
to the
15
point.
years, I'm gonna come out crippin'. I'm a crip in there, and I'm a crip out here. Only thing gonna stop it when I'm dead, and I'm still gonna be crippin'. Cause I'm gonna be buried with this here. Still gonna be crippin'.
We gonna make sure that.
Gonna go where we gonna go when we did to pump it up down there.
It's a C thing, you wouldn't understand. They ain't gonna change nothing.
Tell them out when we got stopped.
Well, we just want to at least hear, you know, what you say and how it happened.
I'm gonna tell you what zero tolerance it is. It's harassment. You see, if you get stopped and you don't have no license, no insurance, they might write you some tickets, they might not, but they gonna let you go. But if we get stopped, they gonna take us to jail.
Going to jail.
Pull down our clothes.
They pull our clothes down in the middle of the street, take our shoes out, make us stand in ants. You see what I'm saying?
Pick a gun out facing and go out.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you been stopped?
I have plenty of time.
They stopped me in the middle of the
We
freeway.
got arrested last night just by using the phone.
They stopped me in the
You know,
middle
we
of the
can't
freeway.
do nothing without
They
getting
made me pull
messed
my
with.
hands
Trying to
down.
make them stop hanging down here. That's what they trying to do.
And we been here all our lives. How they gonna
They
so
be
we
back.
been all our
We
lives?
back. You see, all that's over with. We stopped chilling for a minute, but we ain't no more. We ain't no more. They can't run us from
They
here.
can't run us from here no more.
They can't run us from here no more.
We been
We
here
gonna
all our
stay
lives.
here.
How they gonna try to make us move?
They
You
can't.
know, our mother and fathers grew up here, so we want to grow up where our mother and fathers grew up at.
It's crib for life.
You know,
Crib
they
for
come
life.
down here, y'all can't hang, then you too far
Look,
from
look.
home. This is our home. How we gonna go somewhere else? We at home right here.
Southside GC.
Where you live, you might live in Las Colinas, but that's your home. You might be around the corner from your house, but that's your home. This is our home. Can't go nowhere. Can't do nothing
We'll
else.
stay right here from
Stay
now.
right here from now on.
Ain't no running for no 2 months. We gonna ain't no separating each other for 2 months. We gonna stay here every day. Get our grip on. We gonna stay down right
Ain't
here.
gonna stop till the
We gonna see
casket
down
drop.
right here. Can't nobody else run us for no goddamn way.
You don't see the government. You understand me? And zero tolerance and all that for the KKK.
Right.
You don't see that there. You understand what I'm saying? You don't see that there. They don't mess with the KKK like they mess with us. They protect the KKK. They protect the KKK. They don't protect us. They jump out, put guns on our noses.
Well, tell me this, how many times have you been stopped in zero tolerance?
Since it started,
Yeah.
5 times.
5 times?
5 times. I done got jacked up down here 3 times.
Really?
3 times. They stopped us in the middle of the freeway. Made me pull my pants down in the middle of the freeway.
And what happened to you after you were stopped?
They took him to jail.
They did?
They gave him some tickets and took him to jail for the tickets right there on the spot.
They won't take us to jail for carrying these blue rags.
They can't do that.
They want to stop us from carrying these.
See, I got mine right now.
We burn, they sell
money too.
But then too, if we still didn't want to wear our seat,
What the government doing is see, look at your projects over there. Look at the places they put us in.
You've all been stopped at some point in the last couple of
We got
weeks?
stopped last night, got arrested last night.
Stopped.
Come out like we really doing something wrong, but if it's a public phone, how come we can't use the public phone? We the public.
Straight
We
BK.
just Crips in the
Straight
public.
BK.
All day. All day. Ain't gonna stop.
Even on my T-Jones birthday.
4 Trade, Grape Street,
5 deuces, baby.
family, baby.
Hang on,
Southside GC. Southside GC.
They did?
Southside GC. It ain't. It's not gonna change nothing. It's making it worse. It's not gonna change nothing. It's making it worse. It's making it worse. It ain't gonna change nothing.
It can't change. It can't quit. Once we in, we in. Ain't gonna stop till the casket drop.
questions, then get some shots of this is our first night out with them.
This is a pretty busy street. About 2 weeks ago, I heard them telling the news where they gonna start trying to crack down on these gangs. And then I know they start having a bunch of roadblocks around them. How old are you?
Good thinking.
with all the gang stuff going on, do you think? Yeah.
With all the gang stuff going on,
I have a hearing problem, so I have to read the lips.
is it worth it to get a ticket if it's going to help solve the gang problem?
Sure, it will help. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Lake Como Drive.
What's the area code over there? 76107. Okay. You realize, sir, that in the state of Texas you have 30 days to take care of that. Get you a new driver's license, okay? This one's from Ohio. All right.
Doesn't appear to be seatbelt on the driver of the van is handicap occupied.
220 pounds. Okay.
10 for us, all wound walking up this way. I didn't know where the other one went. Thanks.
What year is this vehicle?
What year is it, Mama?
Should be right on the back. 81. 81?
Well, what are the citizens?
So, tell me what the kids think about the gangs and how it makes you feel, Tamika.
I feel bad.
Why?
Because they don't need to be doing it.
Well, tell me, does it make you scared or what? Tell me how it makes you guys feel. Look up at me, Tamika. We were doing so well when we were just talking. Just ignore him. Just talk to me.
I think it makes all the kids feel bad.
How does it make you feel? You get scared? Or does it change where you can play, or do you worry
Don't get to
about
play
it?
no more.
How come?
Because it's all the gangs. They be going around snatching people.
And you told me you worry you might get beat up? What about you, Megan? Just look at me, Megan. Tell me do you worry about the gangs? Tell me. Just look at me, sweetie. Tell me what you were telling me earlier.
Megan,
Does it make you scared? Megan, you're gonna be camera shy on me? All right, Justin, you'll talk to me, won't you? Justin, what do you think about what do the gangs make you feel like?
Mad.
What?
Mad.
They make you mad? Why?
They should be promoted.
They shouldn't be here? Do you worry? Why?
Make me feel bad.
They make you feel bad? Do they make you feel scared? No? How come?
Good.
'Cause why?
I ain't told today.
So Curtis, will you sit up here again so I can talk to you? Just take your little sunglasses off for a second so I can see your face here.
Give it to me.
So Curtis, what do you think about the gangs?
They make me laugh.
Are you afraid of them? Why?
Okay.
What are you going to do with that gun?
Can't go.
So what do you think about the gangs? Do they scare you, Curtis? No? Curtis, tell me again what you want to be when you grow up.
A police.
Why?
Good.
What are you going to do when you're a policeman?
Good.
Everybody got camera shy. You guys do good. I know you can do it. Stanley, tell me what all the kids think about the gangs.
Sad.
Sad? Why sad?
Drive-by shooting, snatching people, killing people, breaking in people's cars.
How's that make you feel?
Sad.
What do you think? What can be done about it? You think?
Nothing. I just hope the police get them.
Is it tough being a kid when there's gangs around? Tell me about it.
You just can't play in the front yard. You gotta go in the backyard. Most of the time, you got to stay in the house.
Is it better now that the police have been doing this in the neighborhood? Yeah. Do you get to play outside more? So what do you think about what the police are doing?
A roadblock.
What do you think about that? Is that a good idea or bad idea?
Good idea.
Why?
They gonna get them.
Okay. All right. Thanks. You guys were great. You hope they do it more, Stanley?
Yes.
How old are you?
8.
8 years old? So I guess you're sick and tired of this gang stuff. Aren't you?
I just wish I could play more and more.
Yeah, I bet. Well, maybe if they keep this up, you'll be able to play outside more, huh? I bet. All right.
Okay, sir. 2 citations have been issued. One is for no license. One is for no insurance in person. Sign on the X does not mean you're guilty. It means you agree to take it to court or pay the fine within 11 days. If I were you, I'd set a court date. Go downtown, show them that you have a license and insurance, you were carrying it on you at the time. Your tires are also in violation of city code. Citation was not issued for the tires. So if they stick out outside the car frame, they are liable to kick rocks up, hit other cars. You might want to remind, keep that in your mind. Thank you for your courtesy.
On the police crackdown on the gangs.
I'm not in one.
I know. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying as a citizen, what do you think of what they're doing? Is it a good idea, bad idea? I mean, you got a ticket. Is it an inconvenience or?
Yes, inconvenience. Yeah.
Well, what do you think of them setting up the roadblocks?
Oh, is that what it was for?
Yeah.
The gang stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, well, nothing, because I'm fixing to go home and get my ID and come right back down the same street.
Well, do you think it's a good idea for them to be doing this or not? As a citizen?
What does that have to do with anything about a gang? About them stopping and giving tickets? No, see, what it is that everybody knows the police have to write a certain number of tickets at the end of the month, and that's what they're doing, trying to catch everybody with insurance, because they never do this to this street. It's a bunch of crap.
So you don't think it's such a hot idea?
Well, for what? This still not. As far as gangs go, what is stopping every car gonna do? Please, if they wanna, if any gang would wanna kill anybody, they still have the opportunity as soon as they let them go.
Is it a problem for residents to deal with the gangs here?
Well, I don't know, because I live in Arlington, so.
So you're just driving through and got nailed for a minor.
Yeah, I was on my way to the store, and something told me to bring ID and stuff, but.
I gotcha. Okay, so, but you think that the gang problem is more serious than that it's not going to be stopped with just...
Oh, yeah. It's not going to be stopped with this.
All right, thank you.
I thought they wasn't allowed to do this anymore.
What's your opinion of what they say they're doing it so that the gang members won't do drive-by shootings?
You think it is?
It should help. I mean, you know, as bad as it is, can do nothing but help. That's about all I can say.
Is it worth the delay of a few minutes or possibly a ticket at these roadblocks to help get the gangs off the street?
Yeah, I think so. I really do.
Could you like express it more in like a full sentence?
Yeah, I think it would help a little bit. I mean, you know, a lot, because you know, the only thing you can do is get the guns off the street. That's about it.
We're rolling.
Can you tell us what the purpose of all this is?
Stationary driver's license checkpoint is one of the tactics in the overall strategy that we're using to combat the gang problem, drive-by shootings and the violence. We stop the vehicles, check everybody for license and insurance, vehicle registration, current inspection, make sure they're in compliance with the traffic code. That gives us an opportunity to deny access to high-speed avenues of escape that the gang members would ordinarily use to run from a drive-by shooting. They know that we're here, high visibility, we're out in their neighborhood, in the areas where they do drive-by shootings. That makes them avoid this area, and then they'll have to deal with our undercover officers.
Are you sending a message to the gangs?
We hope so. We want to say that they can't carry their guns in their cars and drive up and down the streets of Fort Worth. They have to obey the traffic laws, or they're going to be stopped, they're going to be arrested, their vehicles will be impounded, and their weapons will be confiscated.
Is everyone just sick of these drive-by shootings?
Absolutely. From our city administration right down to the citizens that live out here in the neighborhood we're in right now. East Fort Worth, all of Fort Worth. Tired of the gang members shooting up the streets, killing innocent civilians, innocent citizens that happen to be in the way of the gang wars.
How bad had it gotten? What was it like out here?
Well, it was so bad that in some instances we have families that had their children sleeping in bathtubs at night. They were afraid of the bullets that would come through the house. That's how bad it was.
What do you say to those people who say, how can writing tickets stop the drive-by shootings?
We say it's one tactic in the overall strategy, that there are many other tactics that we're employing. We're trying to identify the key players, the ones that are responsible for the most of the violence, and then we're going to try and prosecute them to the fullest on every charge that we have against them.
How extensive, how strong is this crackdown on the gangs comparative to what's going on elsewhere in the country, in your estimation?
Difficult for me to say. I haven't been in touch with any of the other agencies on how they're running operations similar to this, or how
but
they're
from
doing.
your standpoint, at least?
It seems like it's working here. Like I said, after we've looked at the stats, the first 2 weeks of it, we've shown in this area that we're working in a 31% reduction in Part 1 offenses, and that's pretty significant.
We've talked about the statistics as one way of showing it's working. Is there anecdotal evidence that it's working as well?
Well, when you make the traffic stops and you have the people tell you, y'all are doing your job and we're glad to see you out here, even though they're getting a ticket from you, that says that they're happy to see us out here. They know that we're trying to do something to protect them from the gangs and the gang violence.
Do you know it's working? I know before you'd said there was a shooting every day almost, and now can you give us kind of comparatively what it was like then and now?
Difficult. There are offenses, sure, we can't eliminate all of them, but we've reduced them quite a bit, and in our target areas themselves, we're virtually gang-free as far as violence and drive-by shootings. We have displaced the gangs and moved them to other areas.
Are you see? Can you tell us whether you're seeing as many drive-by shootings or
No,
what it's been like?
not near as much. Not near as much. We are having a positive impact.
Are you just not displacing them to somebody else's neighborhood, though?
In some instances we are, but in other instances we've confiscated their weapons, their vehicles, and put some of them in jail. So that is going to reduce and eliminate some of the violence there because they're not on the streets to do it. We've been working in conjunction with the district attorney's office to get prosecution and get higher bonds on those gang members. We flag those reports that involve the gang members for faster prosecution and make sure that we don't turn them out loose on a low bond, make it worth their while.
Is it, I mean, you're overcrowding the jail, but you say it's a small price to pay, or?
Absolutely. We'll have to make room somewhere.
But it's just what the community decided to do?
Absolutely. This is a community-based, police-oriented operation. We're out here with the support of the community leaders, the clergy, the city council, and the police department, and working together with the community to try and eliminate the gang violence in the neighborhood so the kids can come out and play on the street and not worry about being shot. Okay, I'll give you an example. The weed and seed personnel, and they'll relate this to you, have run some narcotics warrants in the past couple of weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I asked you a question. I had to just talk for a second.
Oh, okay.
But are there streets that used to drive by and see gangs or see gang colors that now you don't?
Remember the Mech 11? That's basically what they like to use. And you have the Intertech 9mm. That's another one that they always seem to like them, have them with them. I've got, of course, he said some sawed-off shotguns. They use these also. Basically, like you said, we have a Uzi on the other side over here, but basically this is what this is just like. This is just with the extended. That's a Intertech 9mm also. Get the other side if you'd like. Okay. we were supposed to have had 2, Linda, those 47s.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Hmm.
Of course, this one's at least there.
The one we did have, like Sarge said, we just said. Might want to get that top shelf up. Let's see, we got that. Like I said, it was just from yesterday morning and this morning. It's basically confiscation and confiscated evidence, or maybe a few on aggravated robbery or something, or UCWs, or it just depends what the charge is. You're with ABC? So we try to have a burden just about every, say, 3 or 4 times a year. I think it was the first part of June. We're hoping to have another one in September sometime, if possible. We're not real sure about it. So usually it's a 9mm. You want me to take it out for you? Or?
No, whatever you want to do.
I can just hold it for you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
We're rolling.
Okay, so can you cut your fan down some sort? And
Oh.
also,
Not all the way.
And cut your radio down also.
So you can still hear it, Bob.
Yep, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
We are
All
rolling.
right, I'll wait till
Linda.
he turns the corner and then we'll go.
Background's going to be a little warm.
What's that mean?
It means it's going to be a little overexposed,
Is in, like, usable?
as in usable.
Okay.
We're rolling.
Lieutenant, while we're riding along, I was wondering if you could tell us just how bad things got that made you want to start this crackdown.
We had 18 different drive-by shootings involving gang members here in East Fort Worth, involving homicides, double homicides, and the last one we had before we kicked the program off was a 7-year-old boy named William Ussery who was shot in a crossfire between some folks in a little shootout over there on Nell Street. He just happened to be playing in his front yard and was shot. Then the very next weekend, had a 15-year-old shot to death, not even in a gang, but shot by some gang members who mistakenly believed him to be a gang member and killed him. So based on that, the command staff here decided we had to do something to address the gang violence and the gang problem. That's why we put together the task force to develop some sort of tactics to deal with these guys and try and reduce the shootings and the gang violence associated with the folks out here on the east side.
I know your window's cracked for a reason, but if you can, like...
You may roll it up?
Yeah, because I can
Okay.
hear that pollution through the...
Okay, let's go. We're rolling.
There.
Okay for you, Ron? Give us an idea of what it was like in those neighborhoods, what was happening in those neighborhoods before the crackdown.
Well, we had the gang violence to the point where innocent children and kids were being shot at simply because they might be wearing a red shirt or a blue shirt, sitting in their front yards, driving in a car. And based on that kind of violence, I said we had to do something to target these gangs and try and do something to alter their method of operation. The biggest problem was the drive-by shootings. You have young gang members driving vehicles, armed with weapons, and part of that quotient being the vehicles, they'd have to travel on the roads. So we figured if we could deny access to the high-speed avenues of escape going away from these drive-by shootings, that we'd be effective in reducing or eliminating in those particular areas. What we did is took a map of the area and did a little analysis and just a little dot every time we had a drive-by shooting. Looked at that and then drew 3 smaller circles on the east side, very small areas, about a 12 by 20 block area, and said these 3 areas here are the concentrated points where all the drive-bys are occurring. So we put together the task force to target those 3 areas, and one of the tactics is the use of the driver's license checkpoint. Stop every vehicle that comes through a certain location. And it's just not a random location, it's a location that we know the gang members have driven through in the past because of the offenses involving the homicides and the attempted murders and the serious injuries inflicted on some of these younger, like I said, innocent children who just happen to be in the area.
Define zero tolerance.
Well, zero tolerance is at the driver's license checkpoints and the mobile traffic enforcement areas. We see a violation, we stop the vehicle, and we write them for those violations. And what we've had in terms of gang members, if you have a 14 or 15-year-old driving a car, they shouldn't be on the streets driving anyway in the first place. We find them, we're going to arrest them, take them home to mom and dad, and impound the vehicle. And in so doing, we have recovered weapons from those vehicles. And we've gotten 20 weapons off the streets in the past 2 weeks.
Zero tolerance says something, though. It means something, doesn't it, to the gangs? What message are you sending to them?
Hopefully we're saying you can't jump in your car and carry your guns and drive up and down the street without being stopped for any minor violation. And any minor violation is going to result in an arrest, the issuance of a citation in the appropriate situations, a custodial arrest in the situations where those are appropriate, the confiscation of the weapons and the vehicles, and take the gang members off the street for even just one day until they can get bonded out of jail. And hopefully that in itself will reduce the number of these drive-by shootings that we've been having on the east side.
How strong a crackdown is this?
It's been very effective. And by that I mean in the target areas, we haven't had a drive-by shooting. We've had 2 on the periphery of the target areas. Crime hasn't stopped. We're not going to stop crime by doing this, but we're going to displace the gang members and force them to move their operations into other areas and force them to change their method of operation. They're going to have to hide their weapons, and they're not going to have the freedom to run up and down the streets hanging out the windows shooting their guns.
Is this a war?
Well, it is for some of the people that have their houses shot up with 50 and 60 rounds. In some instances, like I said, the gang members are indiscriminate, and they have shot houses they believe to be gang members when in fact they were the next door neighbor.
Can we keep driving just a little bit until we finish the interview, if that's all right?
Sure.
And for my benefit, can we head down some streets with some trees on them?
Okay.
Just to knock down the background a little bit.
Okay. I'll do that up to the find that.
I'll do what I can.
Well,
Excuse me. Let me grab this. That's Harry. Yeah. He's in the defensive driving. Yeah. Yeah. Right. He'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. You and I are the same day, though, I think. So.
You have that light.
Yeah. What? Okay.
Nope.
And when? Okay. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Right. Okay.
We want to do one at 79.
Okay. Why would we?
Expired. Passing cars. We could hear him coming before he's ever in sight.
Where's his bike?
It's in the back. He pulled in the backyard here. He's passing cars. It shows March '93. So he's on our list.
Pull it, put him in. How old is he?
18.
Good enough.
This is his mother. She's being very
They don't,
nice.
huh?
And all the other young men are being nice.
Okay,
They just
good
want
enough.
an explanation of what's going on.
This is the weapon they had when we pulled up.
Oh boy. Well,
Pretty much scared us.
yeah, they're lucky. They, especially at night, some officer may shoot them for that.
Well, we're not going to have this anymore.
Okay.
But you have no idea whose motorcycle this is?
No,
We're
let me ask.
gonna
William.
go ahead and put that in our police auto pound, and we're gonna have whoever owns it come down with proof of ownership to get it out. Yes, ma'am. And then, is this your son that's in the car?
Uh-huh.
Okay. He's gonna be arrested for driving.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be cash bonded for his tickets to get out. But they'll put it on him. He'll have, the judge comes in at 8. Of course, for cash bond on tickets, you'll know the amount right away. So when you get down there and they get him booked in, he'll be able to call you and tell you exactly how much it'll cost to get out. And you need to talk to him about who he's running around with. You know, this is a nice neighborhood.
Excuse me, man.
Don't let him hit you with that bike there, man. But like I said,
Because he's riding this motorcycle,
he's going to be cash bonded on
can I just
find out whose it is.
and pay it?
Well, yes, ma'am, you can pay it, but he's going to have to go down. That's the procedure. That we don't take cash out in the field. Who's got him in the car?
The name was wrong.
No, I mean who's?
That's Hutch. He saw him
Hutch?
driving up.
Okay. Have Hutch.
Ma'am, do you know what van
Hutch.
this is? Chevy.
Hutch. Plate number on it, right? But you don't know the year and everything? I'll have one of them get it and get back with you. But go ahead and roll with him. Yeah. He's 18? Goes to jail.
To the jail?
Goes to jail. Yes, sir, buddy. Howdy. Do FIs on all these little. You already done it? Okay. Driving a motorcycle, expired, everything. So he passed some vehicles and came up here and then tried to put his bike up in the back before they tried to stop him, and he tried to put the bike up. So they're going ahead and arrest him, and they'll put that in the pound. It's not his motorcycle. Nobody knows whose it is.
Oh, no kidding. Fancy looking bike.
Yeah. Little toy looking thing.
So is this a suspected gang member?
Yes, he is a gang member.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. Traffic stop. The officers saw him driving this and passing vehicles. He's got expired everything on it.
But is he necessarily a member
yes, he is a gang member. This house is on our list, and some of these little guys that he's hanging around with out here in the front